What's currently going on in Australia is kind of terrifying, to say the least. If y'all don't know what's going on in Victoria, Melbourne, and before you click off and say, oh, it's not us, just wait. Because I highly doubt that this is just a one-off. I believe this is a test run. And there's not many people even talking about this. I mean, what's going on over there might be worse than what happened in China during their lockdowns. But what makes this completely horrifically worse is they really haven't had many people die. The population of Victoria is like 6.5 million people. They've had like 170 deaths, but yet they are locking down. They are completely on this stage 4 lockdown where they cannot leave their house. One person can leave their house once a day. Everything is closed practically everything there. If you're not wearing if you're caught not wearing a mask, it's like a $2,000 fine. That's when you go out, if you can go out. There's been more suicides than there have 6 times the number of suicides have occurred than the number of coronavirus deaths. And almost all of the deaths have been people over the age of 70. This is just, it's astonishing what they're doing. I guess what's more astonishing is that the people are complying. And that's kind of scary, because I think that's going to say, oh look, we're going to do it in the US. Because if you don't realize that we all kind of have the same people as our overrulers, then you're kind of missing it. Let's listen to a lady from, I believe she's from in Melbourne. But wait, oh, something I forgot to say. But yet, they still have planes flying in and out of Melbourne. Isn't that ridiculous? From other countries. From Vietnam, Singapore, Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, South Korea, Japan. Go look at the 24 flight radar. They still have flights coming in and out. What? I mean, this is just insane. It's absolutely insane. I mean, I feel for them. I don't understand what the heck is going on. Like, how people are just saying, yep, well, we better just buckle it down. It's because of the media. And they even put out a poll saying, how many people do you think that died? And across the board, people were saying like 5% of the population and 9% of the population, just outrageous numbers. 22% times the number of actual deaths. People don't actually know. People that look into it actually know, but most people don't. They have no idea, or they just can't do math. I'm not sure. But when you take 150 deaths over a population of 6.5 million, that's something like 0.0002, I think. Yeah, that's pretty insane. Especially when you've had 6 times the amount of suicides. They don't care about saving lives. How is that possible? We're having more suicides than we are COVID deaths, but they're just going unreported. We're having more shootings in big cities. Shootings is up like they have hit the same amount of shootings that they had the entire year last year in Chicago or New York. They've already hit that number. It was like 780 or something. And it's the beginning of August. Well, that's likely because they're just letting prisoners out because of coronavirus. But go ahead, go murder somebody, because we care about lives. What? They're letting rapists out, murderers out? Or they're not convicted yet, but there's a lot of evidence. And one guy just, yesterday, day before yesterday, went and killed his accuser, the girl that he raped. Went and killed her after they let him out of prison for concerns about coronavirus. This is insane. Absolutely insane. Okay, let's listen to that lady from Australia. Well, I made this video the other day, and so then I just came across this, so I wanted to show y'all this first. What in the heck? This man looks like he is under mind control. So this is all over her not wearing a mask. Now, did something happen before or after? I don't know. But it's terrible either way. I mean, it's just because of not wearing a mask. And the thing is, this man literally looks like he's under mind control.
Tell me what you fucking done. What have I done wrong? You just kicked me in the chest.
I want y'all to be honest. If this was a black man or a black woman, don't you think this would be mainstream news? They're completely ignoring it.
Just for not having a mask, for no mask, are you fucking serious? You're fucking pathetic. You are pathetic. You're fucked. Get off her. Get off her, cunt. Get off her. Get off her. Get off her. No, get off her. Bro.
No, I'm not going to.
She's got an excuse for not wearing a mask, mate. She went to the doctor yesterday. Look what you're causing. Look what you're causing. Look what you're causing. Look what you're causing.
Go fuck yourself.
For what? A mask?
Go fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself.
What about your meter-and-a-half distancing, you fucking dickheads? You're fucking hypocrites. You're fucking hypocrites.
Go fuck yourself.
Why did you kick me in the stomach?
Because you're choking her! You're fucking choking her! You fucked! You ask yourself why you're attacking us! Fucking citizens!
Get off of me, you fuckhead! Get off! Get off! What the fuck? Why are you touching me? Why am I under arrest?
You're under arrest.
Why am I under arrest? Assault! I did not assault
You grabbed her! You grabbed her, you fucking idiot!
You grabbed me! I did not assault you! You're a fucking liar! Get the fuck off me, you fucking liar!
For what? A mask? Look what you're doing! Look at what you're doing over a mask! Over a mask! Over a fucking mask!
You're fucking choking me!
Over a fucking mask! She's a girl! Get off her! Get off her!
Fuck off of me! Get the fuck off of me! Get off! Get off!
You have fucking no right! Oh my fucking god!
Fuck off of me! Why are you using
What's your name? What's your name? You're going like, what's your name?
Why are you using this?
And what's your name?
My name's Chris Scott. I'm from Melbourne
Yeah, you're gonna
Police
go to
Look at him!
Chris,
Look what you're doing, you fuckhead!
Chris.
Look, you're fucking proud of it! You're fucking
What? This is not reasonable force! This is not reasonable force! You shut the fuck up! You shut the fuck up! You shut the fuck up, you fucking pig! Shut the fuck up! You shut the... Oh! Fuck! Get the fuck... Nah, fuck off, mate! Fuck off, mate! Get off! Get off!
Put your hand behind your
You're
back
being...
and
Wait!
I won't hurt you.
Why am I under arrest? Why am I under
Assaulting
arrest?
toys.
But you grabbed her! You grabbed her!
You
You didn't even ask her any questions, you dickhead!
grabbed me.
You didn't say anything, you just grabbed her!
Grabbed me!
You fucking
Grabbed
dickheads!
me! You grabbed me first!
You're the criminal here, mate! You're the criminal, and look, you got your backup crew! You fucking dickheads!
What the fuck are you doing? Get off! No! Let me stand up!
What's your name?
Stand up like a fucking human being!
What's your name?
Stand up!
What's your name?
Stand up!
What's your name?
Put me to the ground and you were choking me!
What's your name?
Stand up! No! Let me stand the fuck up! Let me stand up! You were fucking choking me! Do you know how old I am? Do you know how fucking... Get fucked! Oh my god! Oh my fucking god! You're gonna go to jail, cunt! Fucking hell! Let go of me! What is this force?
She's got a note from the doctor! We literally went to the doctor yesterday!
He grabbed me, officer!
He What's wrong? Unbelievable! Unbelievable!
Do not fucking touch me! Get me off him! Get him off me! Please, get him off me! Get him off me!
It's unnecessary. Look how many cops you got. Get off her! Get off her!
He's on me! He was choking.
Just get off her!
I can't relax! Please get off of me! No! Get the fuck... No! Get off of me! What the fuck is this for? Get off me!
For no mask. She's got a note from the doctor. She's got a note from the doctor.
My mask!
She's legit got a note from the doctor.
Don't make... Why are you making this...
Tell him to move on or you'll be arrested for hinder police. Move on or you'll be arrested
That's
for
my
hinder.
girlfriend.
Move on or you'll be arrested.
That's my
for hinder.
girlfriend.
It's fine, you can watch from back there. Move back.
I'm allowed to. I'm a citizen.
And stay there. Don't come any closer.
What the fuck? This is unconstitutional.
Why am I under arrest?
Where are you taking her? I want to come.
Why am I under arrest? Assaulting
What station?
I'll give you those details once she's in the back.
You were are you fucking...
She's got a note from the doctor. Use a
Holy shit! Wow, well done! Well fucking done! Amazing!
fucking believable.
I don't even have a phone on me. How do I call? What the fuck?
I'll meet you at the station.
Are you fucking kidding me? Are you kidding me? Did you get the where he started choking me?
Yeah,
Did you get
I
that
got it.
part? Okay, you're gonna go to fucking jail. This time, is it you? You're gonna go to fucking jail, Chris. What's your surname?
So someone got this from a different angle, I guess from their apartment window. So, I mean, it absolutely seems legit. And being that it hasn't gone mainstream, I absolutely believe that it's legit. These things are just out of control. I believe I know why this is happening to only first world countries. I mean, just think about it. Just think about it. Every single pandemic or situation that's ever occurred will always affect third world countries before first world countries. Now tell me why this one is affecting first world countries. Besides the fact that if you agree with the test or not, I want you to really think about this. I'm going to do a video on this coming up because I believe I know the answer. And it truly doesn't matter if the tests are wrong or right. It doesn't matter if they're lying to us or not. I know the answer, and everybody's essentially ignoring it because they're too worried about wondering if the test or the masks or this or that are legitimate. And that's not what's important. And that's why they're going to continue. The only way evil can prevail is because good people do nothing. Or I'd like to say godly men do nothing. And when I mean nothing, I mean I'll just do a different video about it because that's what people need to know. They need to know how we can turn this around, and we surely can't turn this around by just saying their tests are invalid. We can't. Those things do not matter. They don't.
I wanted to bring you an update on the madness that is setting in Melbourne. Melbourne in Australia is now under the most draconian lockdown I think we've seen anywhere since Corona and the nonsense around Corona began. They have just introduced measures for 6 weeks, which will be the most stringent and make effectively Australian people prisoners in their own home. There will be a curfew between the hours of 8 p.m. and 5 a.m. You're not allowed to go further than 5 kilometres from your own home. You're only allowed out for an hour a day. You are not allowed to go to the supermarket in twos. You are not allowed to go to work. All schools are going to be shut. all childcare are going to be shut. You are not allowed to have visitors to your home, and you're not allowed to go to someone's home unless you are specifically giving or receiving care. You have to stay within your main place of residence. You're not allowed to get out of Melbourne and go somewhere else. They intend to shut all businesses, all services, all warehouses, all construction. Everything is going to go. And the reason for this, or the reason being given for this, is because of 7 deaths in a 24-hour period. Now let's have a look at those deaths and the numbers behind them. 3 of the individuals that died were over the age of 70. 2 of the individuals that died with or from corona were over the age of 80, and 2 were over the age of 90. So 70-year-olds, 80-year-olds and 90-year-olds dying with or from corona. So maybe they had pre-existing conditions, they were 90 years old and they died, but corona was in their system. They're counted as a corona death, and they're the reason that Melbourne is now making an entire state prisoners in their own home. Think back now to the reasons you were given for lockdown. You were told it was to flatten the curve. You were told maybe it was to save your health service. Maybe you were told it was because of the R number. Maybe you were told it was because we needed to stop the spread. This lockdown and this state of emergency has been declared because 7 individuals over the age of 70, potentially with pre-existing conditions, died. So what is this now? Now we're locking people down because someone died? Is that good enough as an excuse? And let me ask you one other question. When you went to a polling booth last and you marked your cross in the box for a politician, did you think you were voting for a personality perhaps, or were you voting for policies? Or were you voting for a government that had complete control over all aspects of your life? Were you voting for a government that could lock you down? Were you voting for a government that could make you a prisoner in your home, destroy your business, take away your ability to pay for your home, your mortgage or your rent? Were you voting for that kind of government? Because that's what you got. And Melbourne will not be the first. This is a test case for how much control they can have over you and how much freedom they can take away. Remember, they told you it was about flattening the curve. Now it's about stopping 90-year-olds dying from corona. Ask yourself, where does this all end up?
Well, now New Zealand has locked down their country because of the first cases in over 102 days. Just positive cases, not dead people. So if you're still thinking that this has anything to do with a virus, you are delusional. And it doesn't have really anything to do with the conspiracy things either. I mean, it does, but surely there's such a bigger, huge, much bigger thing going on here. Why is it only first world nations, all the nations that have a lot in common? You know, like we're all essentially brothers and sisters because we all came from the same people, because we have turned our backs on God. Fact. You don't have to believe it. You don't have to believe that we are all descended from the lost tribes, but that's who we are. And until we realize that, these things are going to keep happening. God is trying to shake us and say, okay, you don't want to pay attention? Let me shake you a little more. Let me shake you a little more. Our Father is trying to get our attention. And until His remnant wakes up to this fact, He's going to keep doing it. And until you stop being a Christian in name only and start actually doing what we're supposed to do, He's going to keep doing it, y'all. And it's not that He's doing it, He's just allowing this to happen. It's just blatantly obvious and we've left the trail wherever our ancestors went to remind us, to give us those subtle clues. Like, this is my family crest, but people aren't realizing it soon enough or quick enough, that they're rather be at these mega churches doing mega horrendous things. Like, let's take a look at the biggest churches, the most populated churches in Australia, New Zealand, New York, London, Hillsong, and Bethel. But these are just Hillsong. I mean, look at this. They're openly worshiping ISIS. These were at their Christmas pageant parade, whatever. I don't know, some of their, what do you call them, performances. This is one of the pastor's wives, Esther Houston. I mean, the symbolism is all in your face, but yet for some reason, I mean, look at this. For some reason, these lost sheep can't see it because they have a veil over their face. And it needs to be lifted. And if by putting them on lockdown is going to wake them up, well, I can no longer really be upset about it, can we? As Christians? I mean, as an American, I'm like, gosh dang, this really sucks. But if this is this right here, this is a pastor's wife, y'all. And this is all on her page. These aren't like old pictures. This is the stuff that they share and say, this is totally fine. And yet people still don't see it. So, he's going to make us uncomfortable. He's going to allow us to be uncomfortable. Let me say it like that. I don't like to say that he's technically doing it. I mean, as above, so below. It's everywhere. It's everywhere with these things. And yet people still can't see it. I'm sure most of my normal audience realizes this. But share this. Help open people's eyes. And before anybody gets all upset, like, oh, so does that mean that only the seed of Jacob can be saved? No, that's not true. People have turned that into a racist, like, a way to use supremacy and stuff, and I don't agree with that at all. I do, however, agree that we are the lost tribes, and the plan was for him to have us go spread the gospel after that. And that's what ended up happening, and that's what's happening. But now it's just gone to crazy land. So many wolves have come in and are leading their sheep astray. And so if it takes shutting all the doors, well, I don't know how many more signs people need. We have storms, random crazy storms, taking out all of our farm fields. We have these crazy evil men being allowed to do crazy things with all of this stuff. I'm just, like, this storm was horrific that occurred last night. Took out all the corn that we had, essentially. I don't know how much more people need to see before they wake up and say, oh, yeah, we need to get right. If my people who are called by my name will humble themselves and pray and seek my face, turn from their wicked ways, then I will hear them from heaven, and I will forgive their sin, and will heal their land. 2 Chronicles 7:14. Yes, that verse is to us. Like, share, and subscribe if you would like help support my channel due to it being completely demonetized. The links will be in the pinned comments. Y'all have a wonderful night. Bye, guys. Oh, also, I want to thank everyone that has gone by my Teespring store and purchased something. It absolutely helps so much. I have masks, shirts, stickers, cell phone cases, all kind of things. And as you can see, I just made this one. It says official mask of the 2020 Tyranny with Melbourne, Australia's crest on it. I'm going to make some with US and New Zealand and a few others. So I just wanted to thank y'all so much. I'll put the link in the pinned comments. Guys, it's a great, you can buy some Christmas gifts right now. I'm surprised this one hasn't been taken down yet. You might want to get this one before they do. And anyway, have a ton of them. Go check them out. Again, it'll be in the pinned comments, and it should be in the description if they let me have it, because I can't have the little box underneath because, of course, my channel is completely demonetized. Anyway, have a wonderful night.